one where it's very close. We know the draft. Who you give the edge to?
For me, after considering both sides here, I do want to point out that in terms of the ease of execution, I want to give it over to the side of Alpha 7, but if we were to go towards the late game though, I think that has to be going over the Bigetron here. Early game Alpha 7, early to mid Alpha 7, mid to late BTR.
Okay, makes a little bit of sense. I think that, they have a decent amount of damage. They have almost everything you want. They have the crowd control, the tanky guy up front. Alpha 7 on the other hand, it really revolves on this Yangjian. How much farm is he able to get? Is he able to get to that great early to mid game that you're talking about?
As for their execution in game here, this is series number 2 of the final day of group stage. Winners will put a good marker towards this best of 5 that will decide who goes home and who goes towards the playoffs here. This is Alpha 7 on towards the blue side versus Bigetron by Vitality. Castrus, it's yours.
Match number 2, game number 1 in this series. You know, Bigetron, I think that this one is one where, again, game 1, super key. Let Zankyu get going early.
Yes, very important that he gets early. But once again, we've seen this matchup many times already. Tuf's doing well against Niap in that clash lane. And straight away, BTR finding the value in the steals on the jungle.
It's about value on that one. And again, a little bit of respect on both sides. They have definitely are very familiar with one another. I think that this is no, strange place to be in. And being able to kind of get the feeling out process done a little bit sooner, I think you're going to have much better time because, again, you have that familiarity.
Yeah, and I think it's important in the farm lane as well because now the heals are going to be very important for the side of Villau because take a look at the poke, man. Zan is just doing so much work.
Yeah, starting things off. And this is why that Loong is always very strong and annoying to deal with. Why Stacer has to use the healing duel already. But now they actually have a third member. Danny's looking to show up to put a little bit of pressure on. Bigetron, really no real threat at this one.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overdive at this point. It's really more about creating space across the map. If you get the first fast clear here, you can actually make the early rotation as well.
And now back into the mid lane here. Zankyu, this is the guy. This is the one where he's going to get all the farm. They're going to share that gold as well. So coming out with a lot of value. Alpha 7, on the other hand, they're going to just move as an entourage. They're going to continue on, and they're going to share gold themselves.
No, but they share between 4 different people. I think that is a little bit more value for the side of A7.
Yeah. I mean, it's about those moves. But at the same time, look at what's happening in the bottom lane. Zan is going to be there looking for the wraparound because they know that the rotation will be, and maybe he gets a Flaming Palm on.
All right, we'll talk about being ready as well, right? So always ready, aside from missing KIC2025, Danny has been nothing short of a world stage regular. But now, of course, he faces a completely different test. Zankyu and his famously quirky draws, as we have seen yesterday. Is he going to be ready?
I don't think anyone's ready. Let me be very honest with that. I think Bigetron will catch a lot of people off guard here. And look at this pressure by Bigetron, starting things off early.
Yeah, they need to make sure they don't get too much damage here. But the heals are very necessary. Also, Neil is here. He's poking a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to even get near them. I mean, those blades are unreal by Neil. And so as long as you put the pressure on, I mean, Alpha 7, they have 3 members just trying to make sure that this bottom T1 doesn't fall early.
And Neil is one of the most accurate mid laners we have seen out thus far in KIC2025. So this is going to be really important.
Yeah, those blades onto Danny. He's in heaven and earth mode just to stay alive on this one. With a Crimson Golem under siege.
Yep, this one is a difficult one for 3 members. 4. Shortly as Tufs is going to join the battle as well.
Yeah, but I mean, with 4 members of Alpha 7, pretty much not going to really happen. Niap is on the flank if they really wanted to go in for that. So a good disengage by Bigetron.
Okay, so 9.3. No, we're kind of neck and neck between 2 teams now. Oh, hang on, Niap!
Oh, taking a lot of damage. Niap. Oh, one more play. The flash forward, and he gets sniped out. Neil with the plays.
And this is the kind of quality we want, right? This is the kind of aggression that we need from the IKL teams, specifically BTR. But Alpha 7, they come from the top BR region. They know they can't come back into this.
I mean, when there's blood in the waters, you've got to take advantage of that. You had that edge. If Niap were to get away, yeah, he's going to be back. And I mean, he wouldn't have given up first blood. But those are the moments that you need to convert on, and Bigetron made him pay.
Yep, every decision is going to be very important, right? And Neil seems to be the winning formula so far.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job. He's starting it off. I mean, once you get a little bit more damage, it becomes way worse for Alpha 7. Tyrant picked up easily. again by Bigetron.
Yep, and that early game aggression we're talking about that is necessary for both sides, BTR has achieved it. Now they are ahead by a slight amount in terms of gold, but if we talk about the map control, BTR has plenty. They're taking a Tyrant, they're taking a T1 at the bottom, and A7 will not make it in time to make a trade at all, anywhere on the map.
Yeah, bottom T1 just going to be taken down by the Winions there, but Tough Z is going to be going in with Niap, who gets punched in the face a bit, but he's under the tower. Niap really can't get anything else out of this.
Okay, take a look at the goal difference between the mid laners, Neo as well as Fury. Fury, yes, it doesn't need that much gold, but the fact that the Scepter of Reverberation is already in the hands of Neo. 5 minutes, not super fast, but fast enough.
Yeah, and that's all you really need. I mean, Neil is the guy that's going to be backing up ZonQ. Again, with the more damage, it's going to even speed up the farm for ZonQ, so it really just plays into the hands of Bigetron.
Yeah, and right away, they are going to add on to that pressure, right? So T1 on the top also taken away, and BTR finding quick successes in the first 5 minutes of this game.
All right, did something happen where the IKL teams got buffed? Because it seems like they're finding their groove very fast. The Hound in forward by Danny. He's going to be dodging that. Tough Z. He's looking for revenge. Can't find the angle.
Yeah, for now. I mean, even if he does catch Danny, they need quite a lot of effort to take him down because he does have his ultimate here.
Yeah, he does have that as well. But Bigetron, on the other hand, they don't really have... I mean, you have the Ganem O'Neal, you have Lung, and Lung is really not online. So if you're going to look for that burst, Danny is not the easiest of targets.
Oh, for sure. But if you can winnow down the farm, take away this Jaw Golem, I think that will be huge.
Oh, the Reforged Blade. Neil snipes it out.
Dirty, dirty play there. This guy's a criminal.
Yeah, but the thing is that Bigetron, they were actually backing off. So Alpha 7 had a false sense of security, did not expect the Reforged Blades there, and Neil with that snipe.
I mean, I think today is a new day, right? It has to be. It feels like it.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like it. He's definitely hitting his groove right now. I mean, 6 minutes in, we'll have to see if he's continue his streak right now with these blades, but he's done some serious work already.
The cool thing is, you know what? In KIC 2025, we don't really get to see too many gun and modes, but every single gun and mode that has shown up onto the gore so far has been a thing of beauty, and Neo is no exception today.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, his blades have been on point. The threat,
Yep.
but now Niap looking to go in, but he eats a flaming palm, and now the rest of Bigetron scaring him away. This mid lane, though, will eventually be taken care of by Alpha 7.
Oh, ZonQ, he needs to be careful about the
Oh,
way
the
he engages.
backside, the Razor Cavalry dodged out by the Unending Sorrow. Tough Z with the whiff.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, that was a tough situation. And with that being said, BTR, take a look at the goalie they have. It's about 1,000 now. So this is great. Because, you know, the difference between great teams, 1,000 is a lot.
Get out of here with your puns. Get out, get out. Just show you.
All right, bye.
But going in, I mean, it's a tough one, right? In that sense. But the bottom T1 being taken out by the minions. Ysacer making some tremendous value on this one. And Ysacer's a guy that likes to be off the map. He likes to be quiet because he wants that farm, but he's running out of towers to get that space.
But you know what? He may be quiet, but the one person that is truly scary when he's quiet is Neo. Right now, that Freshly Forged couple blades combination is a little bit of a threat here because if Tough Z gets that Razor Cavalry in, catches majority of the members on the side of Alpha 7, that is an instant delete.
Yeah, and that's the, I mean, they're pretty much relying on that moment, right? At the same time, Alpha 7 in fear that could potentially happen. So they need to check the angles, understanding exactly where Tough Z could be.
But this is supposed to be the responsibility of Niap, right? As the Mayan, he's supposed to keep this Guan Yu in check. You need the War Saint to not be in a warring state. So Alpha 7 has a very tough task at this point because they're behind on farm.
Yeah, they're behind on this one, but Bigetron right now, it's because they've been moving effectively across the map. I mean, taking those towers and like those blades right onto Valau, he's kind of in a bad situation.
Looking for it, New that is. He's going to be looking for the steal. Sure, they put damage on the Tyrant, but the true value is if they get the steal onto the Crimson, which is not going to happen. So for now, Alpha 7 is still managed to hang on.
Yeah, and with that, notice they took the Tyrant there even without even using Smite, because Neil has that damage. So just more value. Like now this potential steal of like a Crimson, you still have it. The Infinite Fastness Zan is going to be on out of this one. Ormson's getting run down here below, no catch.
Okay, small little steps for Alpha 7, right? They're kind of trailing by 2,000 gold right now. BTR, commanding position, but this is not the be-all and end-all just yet for Alpha 7. Oh, wow.
Yeah, those blades hurting on this one. It's not the end, but look at how KG Bigetron are moving around. They're not really able to kind of, I mean, they're not giving up anything for Alpha 7 to make some sort of jump.
Yeah, and that's the value of having like superior position, because you don't give information, no vision at all. Right now, Neo, everything is just set up for him for the potential of a just big snipe down, right? All of a sudden, Neo could have another kill here.
Yeah. And I mean, Alpha 7 are squishy enough where it could be a problem, right? Fury definitely, Ysacer's on that list. I mean, Bigetron, if they're able to find it, and it can really set things up. Again, the initiation will probably happen with Tough Z, and then now, look at that damage though. Whew.
He's almost double of Fury, and in fact, he is double of Fury. And no, Zan, yes, he is the farm lane carry, but his damage will come later.
Yeah, and ZonQ all the way at the bottom. That guy is a grower, not a shower, so he'll make his moments in the mid game.
Yeah, 10 minutes in.
Yeah, now they find him. ZonQ, he's got the shield, but he's getting fired, and somehow, eventually, he goes down. Ysacer with that damage, and Danny looking to turn. He's in on heaven and earth mode, and Zan goes in for this one, gets the revenge. Infinite fastness on back. It's a 1 for 2 thus far, and now Neil, though, is a little bit low. He's got those blades, finding Fury, not able to get anything else.
Okay, they really want to start the Tyrant right now. Shadow Tyrant, by the way, on the side of Alpha 7. But Neil, okay, Neil is a bit low, so I think there's a risk. It will be averted. BTR cannot contest with this. ZonQ will not be out in time as well. So this should be a soft guarantee for the side of Alpha 7.
I mean, maybe if Neil came in, had those blades, but it doesn't really look like they want to contest. It's just the first Shadow Tyrant, but this is going to swing things in favor of Alpha 7 now.
Yep, they completely recover on the side of Alpha 7. Shadow Tyrant going into the hands of the Chalk VR squad here.
Yeah, and check out this replay. I mean, in terms of how they went about it.
The maximum value here, Alpha 7, Mr. Fury. Look at the destructive deluge, stopping the healing potential and escape potential from the side of ZonQ, because he had already committed his Unruly Blade.
Yeah, and actually Neop came very late to the party, but it was actually perfectly timed in the sense that he got the pickup on a Tusk. So this is one where you gotta, again, when the fights are happening, you need to count the numbers, because if you're not counting correctly, someone might just show up like Neop did in that one.
Yep, and especially when it's very chaotic like that, Neo can't find the aims.
Yeah, can't find him at all, and now Bigetron has that Flaming Palm. The River Sprite's gonna eat that one, but now in the Crimson Golem potentially getting taken away, they take the top D2, and Danny's looking to walk away, but Alpha 7 taking a red.
Yeah, but Lau actually secures it for the team, but Ysacer has one as well, and this is going to be very important. In the meantime, they do manage to sneak a T2 away, BTR that is, so Alpha 7, they need to really watch the map here.
Yeah, win-ins, pushing the bottom lane all by themselves, right? Like, you don't need any help.
Yeah, but Nyap is going to Nyap that in the butt.
Yeah, Soaring Green Dragon by Tough Z, not able to find anything, and now they've been pushed back. Alpha 7, though, net worth, oh, Danny taking a lot of damage, needs to be careful. Bigetron at some point, I mean, Neil and Zan, their damage is starting to really get to that point.
Yep, and this one then relies on the jumping maneuvers on the side of Alpha 7. Danny find an opening right here, because Neil, look, he's hurting so much. BTR also gets the Shadow Overlord, so they have a little bit of ability to alleviate the pressure here.
Yeah, taking that Overlord. I mean, Alpha 7, all they could do is watch on this one. No bottom T2, so Bigetron Tough Z has to show up to deal with these minion waves. But this could be a potential, right? Like, this is a very weak bottom lane. Top lane is very similar in that sense. But with these Vanguards, Bigetron will push it out, get a little bit of breathing space.
This next fight will matter quite a lot, right? For Alpha 7, the options are a little bit more open. They have a T3 available on the top or the bottom to be able to make a difference in. But for BTR, there's only one option. That is the quickest, and that's gonna be the bottom T3.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big push here. So Alpha 7 again understanding that the bottom Vanguard is gonna be there. So Bigetron on the other hand, they're kind of rotating, right? They understand that they have a, this is that moment where things are equal. Let's try to get a little map control.
Okay, so BTR, I want to take a look at Zan here. He does have the Siege Breaker. The next big item is probably going to be the Starbreaker here. He needs more additional armor pierce. And you have really seen the damage he's doing to Danny, right? If Danny can't tank through this, they have no tanks on the side of Alpha 7.
Yeah, they would definitely crumble in that sense. But Neop, on the other hand, he's got the 500 gold lead over Tough Z. I mean, it's a Guan Yu. It's not the end of the world for him. It's all about that, Razor Cavalry who's able to hit it. But now it looks like they want to go for this one. They get to
Nice
pull
catch.
back the Infinite Fastness. Niap almost catching him out. Zan is a little bit low. And now Alpha 7 still on the prowl.
No, but they force everything out, right? And this is great for Alpha 7. BTR, yes, they may not have taken too big of a damage down here, but all of that pressure they try to apply at the top, gone.
Yeah, all gone. But I mean, you had that Infinite Fastness, you're thinking, it's on a cooldown, but you're like, oh yeah, actually Dolia with Celestial Melody, it's right back on. So he has that get out of jail free card.
All right, New, this has to be a moment, right? One big moment.
Oh, Tufts. We're looking for the wraparound. The Razor Cavalry shows up, but where's the rest of them? And now with the Heaven and Earth mode, Danny says, come at me, bro.
Yeah, and perfect timing as well. They need to reset on the side of Alpha 7. They're a little bit low. Danny is quite low, to be honest. He does have the Pure Sky, but do they really have the ability to contest this Shadow Tyrant?
I mean, they're sticking around. They're definitely looking, they're posturing to do so. It's going to be tethered back in. Danny at about half life. Neil throwing out those blades, and he doesn't actually hit with that Reforged blades. They need to be careful. Now the Tyrant is in a great spot. Tough Z's got around the corner. Does not have the Razor Cavalry. Something to take note of in this fight. But it looks like Alpha 7 don't want any of that action.
Yep, and they don't even commit this smite. Once again, this is a great decision-making from the side of BTR's on Q.
Just done a great job of like perfectly sieging, right? That's the positioning, the way that they had the guys, everyone was ready for that initial, or that attempt of the steal, and it didn't come, so Bigetron get away with that.
And they stifle the growth potential on the side of Alpha 7. There is nothing left on the jungles of the side of Alpha 7. And at the same time, waves are starting to crash in because BTR has made that earlier rotation, which means the next neutral objective, the Shadow Overlord, can be a potential take for the side of BTR, even with the Primal Ball.
Yeah, it's looking that way. I mean, look at, like Tough Z's been spotted out. He's all by himself, but now it looks like Niap is looking for his own flank. But with this mid T1, this is really hard to get that gank in. Danny taking a decent amount of damage, and now Tough Z all the way around. He's looking to go the long way. He finds Wise Acer. He hides into the brush. Danny's still up in front, tanking for the rest of them. Niap looking for his own flank as well.
Yep, they're buying time. There is a wave on the bottom side of the map. BTR will have the advantage. It's all about Tough Z here. Can he find that engage? Meantime, same situation for Niap, who's hiding on the sidelines, but they have not. They have actually let the ice loose on the side of Tough Z. He's on the back lines.
Oh, he's on the back line. He's looking to go the Razor Cavalry onto 3, and now they decide to go, but Zanq's going to be knocked around. Tough Z's about half life, and they find Wei Sacer. That's the pickoff, and Danny gets pulled back, the heroic charge, and Zan with the double kill. But look in the top lane. It looks like Niap is looking to just end this game. They have the minions. Where's the help? Here comes Neil. He's got the blades. He's going to deal with the minions very quickly. And now Niap is going to be all by himself. Is he able to get away?
Yep, Fury will escape for the time being, but it's a little bit of a time here. And on the bottom side, it is going to be Zan. He's going to give it a try. If they get Bilal down, they could take the base.
Oh, the Unending Sorrow dodging the Flaming Palm, but the crystal is open. Zan could go. Bilal is going to be picked off, and it looks like Bigetron, just like that. They were going for backdoor, but they're going to go for the bottom lane and just end this game.
Yeah, BTR, very clean decision making here. All of the options burned down.